will try AI once and get a mediocre answer and decide it's overrated. Meanwhile, other people are using the exact same tool to save hours every week, stay more organized, study more effectively, and simplify everyday tasks. So what's the difference? Usually it's not AI itself, it's how they use it. The people getting the best results from AI are not necessarily more technical or more experienced. They simply know how to communicate with AI more effectively. Instead of treating AI like a search engine, they treat it like a collaborator. They give clear instructions, they provide useful context, they refine responses through iteration, and they build systems that help them work more efficiently over time. That shift changes everything. Hi, my name is Brandy Walton, and I serve as an assistant professor of business and the director of Ignite, our mentoring program in the College of Business here at George Fox University. We're going to learn how to work more effectively with AI by improving the way we prompt, adding useful context, refining results through iteration, and creating personalized AI tools. By the end, you'll understand how to move from casually using AI to actually building systems that support your academic, professional, and personal life. In this module, we'll focus on 4 concepts: prompting, context, iteration, and personal AI tools. These 4 concepts work together. Better prompting improves your starting point. Context makes results more relevant to your real situation. Iteration helps you refine results over time. And personal AI tools help you create consistency and save time. Let's start with prompting. Have you ever asked AI something and thought, that really wasn't helpful? Most people have. Usually the issue is not AI. It's with the prompt. When instructions are vague, AI has to guess what you want. And when AI guesses, the answers tend to be generic. Let's look at an example. Alex is a marketing student preparing for an exam. Here is his first prompt. Help me study marketing. Absolutely, I can help you study marketing effectively. A simple way to approach marketing is to break it down into the core topics most exams cover. That's not wrong, but it's not essentially helpful either. Notice how generic the response is. AI is trying to help, but it does not have enough direction. Now watch what happens when Alex improves the prompt. I'm a marketing student. I have a marketing exam in 3 days covering branding, pricing, and promotion. Create a 30-minute study plan with practice questions to help me prepare for the next 3 days. Now the response becomes more specific. Same student, same goal, completely different result. Why? Because a second prompt gives AI direction. A simple framework you can use is role, task, and constraints. Role asks what role or perspective AI should take. Task asks exactly what you want it to do. And constraints identify limitations, preferences, or real-life factors that matter. Even small improvements in prompting can dramatically improve results. Think about AI like a capable assistant. If your instructions are unclear, it fills in the gaps itself. But when you communicate clearly, the response becomes much more useful. Now let's improve Alex's prompt even further. Alex works part-time, he has classes Monday through Thursday, and he only has a short windows of evening study time. So now the prompt becomes, I'm a marketing student working part-time with classes Monday through Thursday. I have a marketing exam in 3 days covering branding, pricing, and promotion. Create a realistic 30-minute evening study plan with practice questions. Now the answer changes again. Why? Because AI can generate recommendations that better fit Alex's situation. You probably have experienced this before. Sometimes AI gives you answers that technically work but do not actually fit your life. That's where context matters. Without context, AI gives general advice. With context, AI can give realistic recommendations. Now, the recommendations actually fit the student's life. This applies to far more than studying. You can use context when writing emails, planning schedules, creating workout plans, organizing projects, and budgeting. The more relevant information you provide, the more personalized the responses become. At this point, think about something you would ask AI. How could you improve it using role, task, and constraints? Even 1 or 2 extra details can completely change the quality of the response. Now we move to one of the biggest mindset shifts when using AI, iteration. This simply means refining results step by step. Strong AI users rarely stop at the first answer. They refine. Think of working with AI like walking up a spiral staircase. You're not starting over each time. You're building on the previous step and gradually improving the result. Let's go back to Alex. AI already created a study plan for him, but instead of stopping there, he keeps improving it. First, he says, turn this into a checklist. Then, adjust this for a student with only 20 minutes available tonight. Then, add 5 more practice questions focused on branding. Each follow-up improves the usefulness of the output. This is important because many people assume the first AI response should already be perfect. That's not how strong AI users work. Your first result is usually a starting point, not the finish line. Honestly, this is where many people give up too early. They try AI once, they get an average response, and they stop there. But experienced users continue refining until the output becomes genuinely useful. Remember, prompting gives AI direction, context makes it realistic, iteration makes it powerful. This is where you move from using AI to actually collaborating with AI. Now we arrive at one of the most powerful uses of AI, creating personalized AI tools. Different platforms offer different ways to customize AI assistants. For example, GEMS in Google Gemini, custom GPTs in ChatGPT, and skills or projects within Claude. But the core idea is similar. You're creating AI that is customized specifically for you. This is where AI starts becoming part of your workflow instead of just a tool you occasionally visit. Imagine never rewriting the same email instructions again. Having a meeting assistant already trained on your communication style, or opening AI and immediately getting responses formatted exactly the way you like. That's the value of a personalized AI tool. Let's look at an office example. Imagine a project coordinator who regularly prepares weekly team updates for leadership meetings. Instead of rewriting instructions every single time, she creates a custom AI assistant for meeting preparation and status reporting. She tells AI, you are a professional meeting assistant for a project coordinator. Always create concise leadership updates with bullet points, project risks, deadlines, and action items. Notice what we're doing here. We're defining the role, adding context about the user's workflow, setting constraints for what should be included, and specifying the output style. Now, every time she uses that tool, AI already understands her goals, preferred formatting style, audience, and the type of information she needs included. That saves time, creates consistency, and reduces frustration. Here are a few examples of personalized AI tools people create: meeting assistants, budgeting assistants, workout planners, study coaches, and professional writing assistants. So how do you build one? First, identify a repeated task. What do you do over and over again? Second, define the role. Tell AI who it is supposed to be. Third, add context about yourself, including your goals, preferences, constraints, and routines. Fourth, define the output style. How should the responses be formatted? Then finally, use it, test it, and improve it over time. Because even custom AI tools improve through iteration. This is where AI users move from casual AI use to high-level AI use. AI becomes far more powerful when you stop treating it like a search bar and start treating it like a collaborative assistant. The better you guide it, give it context, reframe it, and personalize it, the more valuable it becomes. The goal is not just to use AI, the goal is to use it well. When you do that, AI can become a tool that supports your academic, professional, and personal life in meaningful ways. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to apply what you have learned right away.